What's up, key items? Garrick here with an unboxing today. This literally, this guy was good. This guy was good. This literally just arrived on my doorstep not 10 minutes ago. Static Arts Square Enix Final Fantasy VII Advent Children Vincent Valentine figure. Now, this was purchased on a whim, as most everything that I buy is. I have two other Static Arts figures, and I like them a lot, so I was looking to see what other ones existed. And it turns out there are 7 of these kind that I could find, at least. Here I have the other 2. I have the Sora figure from Kingdom Hearts 2, which is very, very cool. I got at New York Comic Con last year, and it was 45 bucks, and now he goes for around 100 online, US, obviously. So really like this figure. And then the other one I have is the Riku figure, and also got it for 45 bucks, goes for about 100. So the reason I got this one, I just put a random bid on like a week and a half ago, and then forgot that I had put a bid on there, and then I ended up winning for $36. And the figure, from what I can tell, had been going for like 50 to 75-ish. Again, that's in US. So super excited to get this figure. The box, the packaging is fine, but I mean, I really don't care about that. I'm going to open it and keep it out like these other 2 figures that I have. So as far as collecting the rest of the series, probably not going to happen. The Sephiroth figure is like over 1,000 US, and the other Cloud figure is near that amount as well. And then there's another Riku and another Sora, which I don't like as much, honestly. They're both around $200 to $300 as far as what I could find online. So let's get right into this guy. Let's open the box. How about I say that instead? And take a look at him. So here he is. And I gotta say, I am very, very, very impressed with what I am seeing here, to be honest with you. It looks super, super good. Very, very, very detailed overall. And again, this is the Advent Children version. So he's on some kind of concrete, I guess, whatever base that is. He's got his trademark weapon here. Super, 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 super detailed, as you can see. All of the molding here. And then on this side, you can kind of see it as well. Looks very, very good. Getting into his like leg area, you can see the paint job on the feet there is very, very on point. The leg sculpt, very cool. Obviously a super, super awesome pose. Very dynamic. The entire cloak has this cool gradient and shading going up towards the top of his head, which, you know, gives it a more dimensional feel, you know, besides being three-dimensional. So getting up into the torso, we have all of the belts here. They are all painted silver on the buckles, and then all obviously sculpted there. Up into the top part of the cloak here, again, all of the belts. I mean, Nomura loved belts, and I gotta say, every one of his characters has a minimum of like 30 belts on them, and Vincent's no exception to that rule. His face looks pretty good. It's not the best thing I've ever seen in the world, but you know, it gets the job done. His hair, wild and crazy, and then his gauntlet here also looks very, very good. overall, this thing has a lot of weight to it compared to the other figures. There's a lot more going on for sure. So let's bring in this Sora figure from the left side here, and just to compare. They're pretty similar in size as far as the characters go. You got to remember Vincent's perched on this here, but as far as like the detail of each figure, they're both pretty similar. I gotta say, Vincent might have a little bit more detail, but these little figures are so high quality for what they are. And really, if you can pick them up when they first drop, you can get them for cheap, and obviously they hold their value. This guy, like I said, is already doubled in value in less than a year, and then this guy, you know, around $50 to $70. Obviously not as sought after as you know, some of the other more popular characters, but even comparing him to the Riku, it's just amazing the quality that these figures are. They are pretty small, so you got to factor that in. If you were to buy a much larger figure at the same price point of like $50, you would not get close to this amount of gorgeous detail, you know, paint work. I don't see anything on this figure where like paint is bleeding over onto something else, or there's a mispaint or anything. There's no gold on the pants. It's all on the shoes there. Same thing with these very, very small, minute details here. All the paint is where it's supposed to be, and honestly, the figure is just really, really good looking. So I'm super happy with this. So, I mean, if you're able to get this figure for a decent price around what MSRP would be, I definitely recommend it. I mean, if you love Final Fantasy VII, if you love Final Fantasy in general, this is an amazing figure. It's going to be a lot more affordable than the Cloud or the Sephiroth, which, like I said, it's going to set you back about $1,000 a piece, especially for a figure that's about as, you know, as big as my hand, which isn't really that big. I love the Static Arts Square Enix figures. There's a lot of bang for your buck when considering how detailed they are, and you know, the size isn't, they're not too small, so there's a lot of detail in there. There's a lot of expression, and honestly, I love the 3 figures that I have. I'd like to have the other ones, but just I can't spend that much money on a 6-inch figure. So these are the Static Arts figures. Like I said, I could only find 7 that exist in like this line. They have World of Final Fantasy Static Arts figures, which are more cartoony, not as detailed or impressive by any stretch of the imagination. So those do exist, but as far as like the 7 more detailed ones I could find: Vincent, Cloud, Sephiroth, 2 Soras, 2 Rikus. So Nick is much more into action figures. I'm much more into figures like little statues and things like that. But I do have, Square Enix has another line called their Play Arts figures, which are their action figures, because, you know, you can take them out and play with them, not just look at them. So I have this Cloud here, and I've had this thing for more than 10 years. This thing is super old. I've never taken it out of the box. I probably won't ever take it out of the box. Maybe, I don't know, if you guys convince me, I might do it. But every like statue I buy, I definitely take out of the box. If I ever get an action figure, which is very, very, very rare, I only have like 6 maybe, they all stay in the box. So all my figurines are out. I have, well, figurine statues, whatever you want to call them. I have like, I don't know, 50, and they're all on bookshelves and my desk and everywhere else. So overall, I'm going to give this figure, like, I don't know, do we score figures here on key items? Well, I'm going to start. I'm going to give this figure a 10 out of 10. I cannot complain at all. I got it for $36. That's less than, you know, it goes for in stores, so I can't complain there. And then, like I said, the detail, the paintwork, the sculpt are all A+. I have no complaints, like I said. So if you love Final Fantasy, pick this guy up. You can pick up the other ones, I guess, if you have a small fortune. But I would definitely recommend getting this guy. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Remember to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. Yeah, all that fun stuff. Click the bell and, yeah. Stick around for more reviews and videos and other stuff. Bye.